Hi guys, let's put together a card. I'm going to make just a thankful for you. I mean, it's the season where we're all thankful, right? We're in November. I'm thankful each and every day, and I try and let the people that I know, that I love and care about, that I'm thankful for them every day. However, this is the time of year where we make Thanksgiving cards, etc. So, I'm making a thankful for you to send to my aunt, because she is a beautiful, beautiful woman, and I've been blessed to have her in my life. The stamp set that I'm using is one that I bought on eBay some time back. Let's see, will this work? Sure it will. I'm going to use this Thankful for You that's here. And then I'm going to use this one on the inside. It says, "May this season be a harvest of happy times for you." So I've done enough talking. I'm using a standard A2 size card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is one of those pre-made card bases that I got. It was a fall set that I got at Michael's like 3 years ago. Yes, I'm still working on this pile of paper and such, and will be for, well, I could make cards every day for the next 365 days and still have an abundance, so I'm trying to go through some of it. I have several mats for the outside of the card, which means that I probably need to put a few on the inside just to balance it out, and I probably will. The first one is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. The second one is 4 by 5 1/4. The third one is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I have all these little mats. I did these this way for a reason. Actually, it started out with just these two, and I didn't like how it looked. So I thought, well, I'll put some black behind it. Well, I still didn't like how that looked. So I went with gray, and I thought, nope, don't like that, need something in between them. So that's where this one came into play. And I do like that. So that's what we're going with. The first one's cut at 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. The second one is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. The third one is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Then I have a 3 by 3. And then finally this cut apart that I have shaved down. It's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. This is what spurred these on, the set of earrings. I'm also using a baker's twine that I bought at Dollar Tree some time back. It's been at least 3 years ago. But these little earrings I got at Walmart. I don't know if you can still get them. They put out every season they've been putting out these little kiosks that have like earrings and necklaces and bows and just different things like that. They had this one. Well, they had a set that had several small sets of earrings. I get them when they go more than 50% off. Now, I have noticed that these were $3 last year. They're $4 this year. But I got these the other day. Aren't those adorable? And their little legs can go different directions. I think they're just so cute. Anyway, I got these when they were 50% off because there was only 2 pair left. So I thought, well, if I leave them, then they're not going to be there. And then I got this set when it was 75% off, and then I was in there the other day and they were 90% off, so I got another pair of the pumpkin ones, because look how beautiful they are. And yes, they have some dimension. They're not overly heavy, not any more heavy than some of the other cards that I make. But think outside the box when you're making your cards. It doesn't have to come from the craft store. It doesn't have to be what's considered a crafty item. It can be a pair of earrings, which today it is. Actually, it's only one earring. Here's the little backer piece. I don't ever wear earrings anymore. These are folded here, and that's how I take them off, because I'm not going to reuse that. I don't know what I would use it for, unless I was making like a little fairy garden and then I could hang a little potted plant on it, right? Anyway, they're not heavy, and they are hollow, as you can see. But I'm going to put twine on that and then hang it from the twine. I also have these little gems that I bought going on 4 years ago at Tuesday Morning. And I have 2 packages of these. Why? Because I love orange. I've added 2-sided tape to these, and I'm going to stamp the Thankful for You on this one. I'm debating if I want this to hang down here and stamp above it. Yeah, let's do that. Because see, the lines are not centered, and I'm okay with that. It's not that big a deal. Now, what color do I want to stamp in? Do I want to use orange? I'm going to use this Stays On in Pumpkin because it's darker, and I think it'd show up better on this cardstock here. Also, whilst I was making my choices, I went ahead and cut down 2 mats for the inside just to balance it out a little bit. The first one is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and the second one's cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I think, because this has this adorable little pumpkin, I may go ahead and stamp that little guy in there. I think so. I think I am going to do this along with this. May the season be a harvest of happy times for you. I'll get it spit out in just a minute. All right. I hope I just put this down straight. I might be frustrated if I did not. Oh, goodness. It's been one of those days. No, it is not straight. What am I going to do about that? Let me stamp the For You and see what it looks like after that. Ooh, I need a scrap piece of paper. Let's see. I think it'll be all right. I think. Now, which way am I going to do this? Landscape or portrait? Ooh, should have thought of that, shouldn't I? Let's do it landscape. The thing I like about Stays On inks is the colors are most of the time so rich and beautiful. And hopefully this is straight since I already put the two-sided tape down on it. Yeah, I like it. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do the pumpkin in that color too. No, no, no. I don't want that there. Cute. I may not even color that. I might just leave it as it is because it's cute. And it's light enough that I could write over it and have that in the background. And I've been thinking, you know, I need to try some different things instead of doing the same old things all the time. Because you guys probably get bored with that, right? Although there are some products that I use that other people don't. And it's not that they haven't, it's that most of them just don't. A lot of times because they don't want to pay the extra shipping or put it in a bigger envelope and cost more money that way. And I get it. I totally understand that. Because I do pay a lot in shipping for sending out cards. But I would rather pay more in postage and it get there safely than to, you know, well, I don't like flat cards. There's that. It's not that I don't like them, it's that I don't like making them. Because I get bored easy. That's the only reason, but that's why. I get bored. So, knowing that, I don't know. I do whatever mood strikes me. It is so cold here today. It's in the 40s. Yesterday it was mid-60s. Today it's barely 40. It's so cold. It could be worse though. I mean, that's one thing that I don't like about Oklahoma is that spring and fall are my favorite seasons, preferably fall. I like spring because, you know, new flowers, new life, etc., etc. But I just love the brilliant colors in fall. And we don't get enough of it because we get into fall and then all of a sudden the weather changes and it's winter time. It's like, what happened to fall? And people around here, this is what kills me. I'm one of them. But people around here, we tend to have, you know, small talk. A lot of people around here, not everybody, but a lot. I'm one of them that does it. But I'm kind of a chatty person anyway. And we all end up saying the same thing. what happened to fall? Where did that girl go? Because I'd like to have more of her conversation. You know? It sounds silly, but it's true. Let's see. Ooh, no, 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 don't stick. Oh, uh-oh, there we go. This two-sided tape is seriously sticky. So once it sticks down to something, it's stuck. It's not going anywhere. Now, let's start sticking all of these guys together before I poke my hole, and well, I may not have to poke a hole. I might just wrap twine around it. We'll see. Goes pretty quick once I get started. It's shutting up and getting started that is my problem. Because again, I'm a chatty individual. And you know, I'm not a real social person because I have social anxiety, have had all my life. But I force myself to talk to people to help me try and get through it. And it helps. It's helped tremendously. I will say that I'm more nervous to go out in public nowadays because our foolish governor put through an open carry without a permit for guns. And I'm not against guns. We own guns. We are responsible gun owners. I don't have a conceal and carry. My husband, however, does. He went to the classes, paid the money, did everything he needed to do legally. And it terrifies me. I get so nervous because you just never know these days of, who doesn't care about other people's well-being. We don't know that these days. You can't look at a person and go, oh yeah, they may not be the one. I don't know. It makes me nervous. Honestly, it scares the crap out of me. But what do? I'm hoping, and here's what makes me angry about it, is they didn't even put it to the people for a vote at all. He just said, sounds like good law to me, and it got put through. How that happened, I don't know. But it sure happened. As of November 1st, you can open carry a weapon without, I'm sure the gun has to be registered, but without a permit. And I'm not okay with that. Let's see. I should have stuck a piece of tape right in the middle, but I didn't. Yeah, my husband's not overly happy about it either because, he feels the same way I do. You can't, a lot of times you can't look at a person, well, anytime. You cannot look at a person and know what they're thinking. You cannot look at a person and know if they are mentally stable. You just can't. It's not an option. Why am I struggling with this? Because it's slippery. Hang on. I'm tired of fooling around with this. Some tape. Anyway, like I told my husband, I said, we're in more danger going to stinking Walmart than anywhere. And that's nothing against Walmart, really. It just is a fact. I don't like it, but it's a fact. Those are the things that I can't live my life worried about those things, but because when it's my time, it's going to be my time regardless. But still, I don't think my time should be in the hands of somebody else. It should be in the hands of God. It's just my personal opinion. I know I'm getting into something that I probably shouldn't get into here. But that's my beliefs, is that God is my Lord and Savior, and I have no problem saying that. No, none at all. Yay, I got it stuck. Now I just got to twist it a few times. I probably should have glued it down, but I didn't. Let's see. Do I want that to go any further, or no? I don't know. It's kind of like my husband has a motorcycle, and he's quit riding his motorcycle because it's scary these days, because people they don't care about other people's well-beings. And that's not everybody, but that's a lot of people. Now, do I want to cut that off and then just do a bow separate? I think so. I think so. And here's something that I do that makes me feel more secure about adding all of this bulk to my cards. Oh, don't want to do that. Let's see. We'll put it back over the top. Sandwich it, because then I know it's not going to go anywhere. And then I'll probably add a tiny bit of glue around the edge of the pumpkin. Come on. Oh, good grief. There we go. Yeah, it's cold here and it's raining. And they've even called for possibility of ice in certain parts of the state. I don't think in my area, but thank goodness. I'm not really a snow and ice kind of person. Blue. No, no, no. My poor husband and I have been fighting this flu bug. And typically, because my immune system is so suppressed because of the rheumatoid arthritis medicine, I typically catch many of the viruses that are going around. And my husband and I are just like, okay, you stay over here, I'll stay over there, and we'll try to not get you sick. Bless him. Somehow, some way, we ended up with him sick. It started the day after I started feeling kind of icky. And I feel so bad for him. Because he works. There's nothing worse than feeling like garbage and then having to go to work. You know? Especially when you do manual labor like he does. He's a welder by trade. It just makes me feel bad for him. And the crazy thing is that I stayed away from him. I don't know where it came from. But like I told him, especially this time of year, I stay away from Walmart because Walmart is a petri dish. I have never seen so many adult people sneeze and cough in their hands and then just go touching everything. It's like, would you stop it? The rest of us don't want it. Keep it to yourself. I can't be the only one that feels that way about people hacking and coughing and carrying on in their hands and then just touching everything in the store, and you never know what they've touched. So avoiding them is next to impossible, other than to stay out of the store. I rush into my grocery store, I get what I need, and I get out. Come on. Come on. No. Uh-oh. I'm flinging them everywhere. What are we doing? And you know, people talk about the rule of thirds, that you should do things in groups of 3 because the eye automatically tries to pair things. I guess I just don't follow the rules because I just do whatever mood strikes me, you know? Let's see, where do I want to hide that guy? He's not real hiding, but I could have got down a little one, but it's silver. That shouldn't matter, should it? Last thing I need to do is stamp on the back of it who made it, and then we'll be done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, thanks for spending some time with me and listening to my ramblings. I certainly appreciate each and every one of you being here. I don't care if this is straight or evenly distributed, because I always end up writing a silly little message on the back to people like my family members for them to get a kick out of it when they accidentally see it on the back side and go, hey, hang on. That's super wet, so it's going to have to wait a little bit. So, there's my card. What do you guys think? Okay. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day and a glorious tomorrow. Bye, guys.